Hello, beautiful beings, beautiful friends. How I'm happy to see you all in another video today for this week. I got a super interesting question, and I think it's actually not only interesting but also very useful that I'm going to answer today, which is basically this one. Today we're going to discuss on how to know if your therapist or coach or mentor, whatever you are hiring, is a good one for your growth, for your healing, for your recovery process, or Welcome everyone to my channel. My name is Elizabeta. I'm your narcissistic abuse recovery coach, mentor, and energy healer. And my purpose here is not only help you to fully heal and recover from the complex PTSD that you get from narcissistic abuse, but also help you and support you and guide you to develop and expand to higher levels of consciousness. So having said that, I think we can pretty much start with today's topic. With the first point that I would love to start with, it's a really strong one, and it's also related not only on an overall issue, because when you go to therapy, you go for your mental health, you go depression, anxiety, all this small stuff. But on a wider perspective, I really want to emphasize that your therapist knows about narcissistic abuse. Because I swear, the amount of mental health professionals that I found online and in real life that told me to not demonize narcissists, that, to not mess up or pick up on narcissists because they have, these mental health issues, it really pisses me off. Because narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, they know what they are doing. So we cannot just put excuses on them, saying things like, oh no, poor people. They know when they are harming and when they're hurting survivors. And many mental health professionals, they defend these narcissists. And when you have a narcissist in your life, as a relationship or between your family members, and you go to therapy, it can get so dangerous when your therapist starts just straight up dismissing you, saying things like, maybe it wasn't that bad, or you always have the two sides of the situation, or, maybe you could have just left, what stopped you from living. These are instant red flags, okay? If you have a therapist or coach or mentor, whatever, that is saying those things, please leave ASAP, alright? Now, the second one is obviously when the therapist, they validate your emotions. They don't make you seem like you're crazy, they don't make you feel misunderstood, or as if you're overthinking or over-explaining or whatever. They don't sit around just typing things. They actively listen to you. They are not also just talking about themselves, they actively listen to you. They make sure that they understand what you're saying. If you also feel like you cannot be honest with your therapist for whatever reason, it might be your anxiety, but usually it's not a good match. The third point is actually that they guide you without taking control. They don't act you as, for example, your narcissistic partner or your narcissistic parents, if you had those. They empower you. They offer guidance, but they don't make the decisions for you. They don't say things like, you know what, I think you should do this, you should say this. They don't, in the case if you're in a toxic, abusive relationships, they are not forcing reconciliation, toxic positivity, just be happy, just go outside, get the sun, They actually empower you, they support you, they offer other paths or options for you to choose what works best for you, what you feel works best for you. Now, the fourth one, if your therapist is not actively teaching you you know how to reveal your self-trust, how to grow into your confidence, into your power, into your independence, and not, you know, like depending all the time, like 24/7 on people, you know, healthy independence. If they are not teaching you that and they're only focusing on your pain, and this I will talk to you in the fifth point in the next one, but if they are not teaching you the right things that you should get to grow into a better version of yourself, again, this is not the right fit. Now, the fifth point is what I was going to mention, is the techniques. A good therapist is not just focusing on, you know, like, how does make you feel? What did you think about this? What do you plan on doing? This is just a lot of talking therapy. They are not focusing on the techniques. A good therapist, a coach, or a mentor, they should give you the exercises that you should work on every week, if you go weekly, obviously, that you should focus on to grow as a person, to heal, to see the points where you fall short and where you can improve. Example, the techniques that I teach you in my challenges on emotional regulation, healing your trauma bond, growing on your confidence, dating, you know, after narcissistic abuse, dating after living with narcissistic parents. They should teach you that. They should teach you exercises and techniques, boundary setting. There's literally lots of things that you should be learning instead of just voicing how you feel and just talking. Another point, the sixth one that you should be really paying close attention is they should really not question your experience. It's relating to validating your emotions. I think it was in the second point. But this is super important. They don't minimize your experience. They don't blame you. So you should be really paying special kind of attention if they question your experience, if they defend the narcissist, you know, in this, because people usually say, you know, there's two sides of the coin, there's two sides of the experience, there's two sides of the situation. Or maybe if they make you feel responsible for the abuse, saying things like, yeah, but the other person got triggered, so maybe you should just, you know, watch your words and be careful. Excuse me, no, this is not the way that it works. So if they do that, if they question you, run. And then the seventh point, the last one, and again, just a brief introduction here. If you are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing, following my channel, liking and commenting on the video. Which one do you relate most? If you had these experiences, I would love to read your comments down below. So, having said that, let's continue. The last point is really, I think it's also one of the most important ones. Pay attention to your intuition. And I know it's easier said than done, because when you go to therapy after abuse, you're really confused, you're really lost, you don't trust yourself, it's really hard, you want some external guidance, right? But I tell you, your intuition always works, even when you think that you lost it. So please believe me when I tell you, if your gut is telling you that something is off about this therapist, or just about any other person that you hire for whatever reason, please get out, okay? Don't be like, oh yeah, but I have to wait until they show me otherwise. Sometimes it's just it's faster, quicker, and easier to just go when you listen to your intuition, because then it's going to cost you greatly. I know people that have been traumatized by therapists that did not act as what a therapist or a coach is supposed to do. So unfortunately, there's many mental health professionals in this world that re-traumatize people. So please make sure that you always feel safe. This is my last message. Trust yourself, and again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, follow, like, and comment if you liked it. Let me know, again, your experiences. I will read them and reply. And if you want to heal, if you want to hire me for healing and recovering after narcissistic abuse, I'm a coach and mentor. I specialize in this. So below you will find my links in the description box. And yeah, just let me know. You can just message me if you have any questions on my Instagram or Facebook, and I will reply to you. So yeah, again, thank you so much, and we will see each other in the next video next week.